Hello, my name is Rowlands and I am a nutritional balancing practitioner, and in this video I want to talk about 5G. Now, there's not many things in life that worries me, but 5G is unfortunately one of them. I don't get a good feeling about it at all. As a lot of people know, 5G is coming, and 5G is a very high frequency EMF range. And if any of you have watched my YouTube videos before, you'll know that I suffered from extreme EMF sensitivity. I suffered from it to an extent where I had to sleep in a Faraday cage. I had to completely remove myself from Wi-Fi, phones, etc. All the confusion of understanding EMF sensitivity, dealing with it. But what's more important is I'm one of the lucky ones and one of the rare ones who've actually overcome EMF sensitivity from a very, very extreme perspective. And there's a few things that I've realised from doing that. One thing that I've realised is that it's very, very precise healing method that you need to do in order to overcome it. Extremely precise. Secondly, there's a lot of stuff out there that people do to try and heal EMF, and it makes them worse, which is very unfortunate. It's why you don't see many people out there who've healed EMF sensitivity. It's very complex. There's a lot of stuff involved. From my experience, my research, our research in nutritional balancing, everyone has copper toxicity. Everyone has aluminium toxicity and most likely mercury toxicity as well. All these are big conductors of electricity and basically make the body an antenna, turns the body into an antenna. Other things is that a lot of people have calcium dysregulation, candida, which will increase. When candida is actually hit with EMF frequencies, they actually grow more. So you've got to create this holistic approach to healing. On the other side of the coin, you hear about all these quick fixes, these pendants, things that you plug into the electricity system, clothing, etc., etc. The vast majority of them are just complete scams, complete waste of time. I've never actually come across any simple system that actually does a good job. The closest I found is something called Memon. They're quite expensive. They do seem to work pretty well, but at the end of the day, even if you can be in an environment where the EMFs are quite low, it doesn't mean that you don't have EMF sensitivity still. What I mean by that is whenever you go into an environment where there's EMF frequencies, you're going to get EMF sensitivity because you haven't healed the reasons why you're feeling it. So that being said, this is why 5G worries me a lot, because if there's not a quick fix to healing EMF frequency these days with 3G, 4G and Wi-Fi, then what chances do people have of healing 5G? I don't know. It's slim. I've not come, as I say, I've not come across anything that sorts out 4G or 3G. So what's going to sort out 5G? So this video is basically gonna try and tell people that you need to start preventative measures now. And one of the best ways, or in fact like the best way of preparing for 5G is preparing your body. You need to detox the body, you need to detox the liver, you need to heal the adrenal glands, and this is a very, very precise process. In my opinion, what am I going to do when 5G comes? I'm not going to change anything because there's nothing I can do but just to keep healing. So what I'm trying to get across to you is if you do suffer from EMF sensitivity, or even if you don't suffer from EMF sensitivity, it's so important to make sure that your body is healed or is healing or is on the process to healing. So what we do in nutritional balancing, we check whether people's got copper toxicity, mercury toxicity, aluminium toxicity. The vast majority of people do. One of the issues that people have is they'll just try and target one thing. Like, I've just been on the phone to a client now, she was just trying to target copper or just trying to target mercury. It doesn't work like that. You've got to heal the body as a holistic system, and it's one of the reasons why I seem to be one of the only people arguably in the world really that's fully overcome this issue, and on heart has fully overcome it, and understands it deeply. I've studied this now deeply for 8 years. I know it inside out, and it's so important to start preparing now, because as I can tell you now, when 5G comes out, I think that we're going to see some big serious issues in people. So what we do in the program, we get people on a proper diet, a healing diet full of vegetables, full of proteins. A lot of people do the wrong things these days. Veganism doesn't work too well. We find that we need meat in the diet in order to heal. Juicing doesn't work too well. We find that it's too yin in Chinese medical terms. The bodies these days are super yin in Chinese medicine. Yin and yang is just talking about balance. Radiation is very yin. High frequencies, very yin. That's why we like infrared healing therapy, where the frequencies are lower spectrum, more of a healing frequency, the same as the sun. We like things like coffee enemas, which is a really powerful method of healing the liver. Other people take DMSA, for example, things like chlorella, zeolite. All these sound good, appear good, but they don't work. We found out they just don't work these days. This is why people are getting themselves into messes, because they're doing things that on paper sound good, but in reality they don't work out so well. I've just mentioned it, near infrared saunas. Some people do have an issue with these when they got EMF sensitivity, but we've tested them. They're very low EMF radiation. If you can tolerate them, they're very good. Really speed up healing. I use them even though I had EMF sensitivity. I could feel them, but the benefits far outweighed the negatives, I come to realise. So, I could put up with a little bit of radiation in the morning, but the power of the detox was way more important to me than feeling the EMFs for 20 minutes. Things like little things that people aren't aware of, so people have copper toxicity, but copper is actually used by the brain to keep the mind active. It's very useful at that. The copper has many uses in the body, and that's one of the uses. So doing correct mental exercises is needed to calm the mind down, so the brain will detox copper. That's a secret to healing copper toxicity that people aren't aware of. You'll do the pulling down exercise with them, which is a mental exercise in nutritional balancing, and all of a sudden you'll get a copper detox. Why is that? Well, it's because you've calmed the mind down to an extent whereby the body no longer needs copper, and it will detox it from the body. Fascinating. Little tiny nuggets of information like that people aren't aware of. Some people are just doing a mercury healing program and end up making themselves worse because they're not supporting the body as a whole unit. So that's basically what I want to talk about. I'm not here to blow smoke anywhere, tell people that there's a special pendant out there, or there's a special system that's going to protect you from 5G. There isn't. If there is, I'd probably know about it, because I'm in contact with hundreds of people every day, and we all talk about various different things and techniques. It's not out there. The way to deal with 5G is for you to start healing the body properly now. If you don't do it now, then you're going to have much more problems when 5G comes out. Things like Faraday cages will probably not work when 5G's out because the frequency is too high. So it's so important to get yourself on a nutritional balancing program, because in my opinion it's the only way to deal with this. I've not seen anyone really heal EMF sensitivity from an extreme perspective, whereby they're not only healthy, happy, but they're excelling now. I run 3 businesses. I'm very financially stable. I've got more energy than everyone around me. You know, I see a lot of people that say they've healed this and healed that, but I can tell they're kind of treading water, you know. They're just keeping themselves okay, and if they're in any stressful situation, it ruins them. That's not what life's all about, you know what I mean? We're here to thrive, we're here to enjoy life, we're here to fulfill our passions, to fulfill our dreams, to help others. And I do believe the Nutrition Balancing Programme is the first step towards hitting them dreams in the future. But you need to heal yourself. Alright guys, well, thanks for watching. If you do want to get in touch with me, then please email me, Lewis, Lewis @deephealingspace.com. You can call me up. My number's +44, because I live in England, 7961 805 129. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Speak to you all soon.